Padres fans, what's going on? Wrap-up show, John and Jim. Sunday night edition. Good to have you with us. If you're watching us live or on replay, let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you the shout-outs as always. As a reminder, we've got year-round Padres content for you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. You can probably hear my voice, by the way. I'm a little under the weather.
You're sick.
That could impact Jim tomorrow when we're in studio together. Hopefully, I'll be good. I'll be good come tomorrow.
Wear a mask.
You heard me Friday night, man. I was struggling a little bit Friday night, but subscribe. We've got year-round Padres content for you, even when we're sick. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified when we go live. Smash the like button. The Padres win again. They're 5-1 on this trip. And even though yesterday wasn't perfect and they blew some leads, they're still 5-1 on this trip. And make sure to follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. As always, we'll start with the shout-outs here tonight. And then we'll get into it. Again, the super chats are always welcome. If you want to make sure we get your comment, I see Michael's already chimed in with the first super chat of the night. Michael, we always appreciate that. But if you're watching live, you can use the super chat function. We'll get your comment that way. If you're watching on replay, you can hit the thanks button, which is new to our channel. So if you're watching live, super chat. If you're watching on replay, the thanks button. But Jim, I mean, overall, pretty good series in Pittsburgh, 2 out of 3. Again, maybe a chance for a sweep with some leads on Saturday, but they hold on and win today.
They got what they needed to do. They won the series. They won 2 of 3, scoring runs. They are now 5-1 on the trip. I'm sorry.
Dude.
Can you hear me?
30 seconds into a chat. You're already a snowflake.
30 seconds.
I'm freaking sick. I'm trying to should be a fun show. Now you're good now.
All right.
Can people please? I'm going to make a plea. I'm going to make a plea right now. I'm going to ask our viewers. What can you do as viewers to make Jim improve his internet?
I can't do any. Honestly, I don't know what to do, dude. I've tried everything. My landlord just, I don't know.
Hotspot, like unlimited hotspot. That's
all right. Back to my point. I know. I'm sorry, Danny. I'm sorry. 5-1 on this road trip. I'm at my house. 5-1 on the road trip. You're right. I'm a lost cause. Get a new place. I have a Wi-Fi extender.
I mean, seriously, what does a hotspot cost? I'll pay for it.
I don't know.
I mean, make the call, dude. Like, otherwise, this is the wrap-up show with John.
I'm here. Sell my soul. All right, hold on.
It's better right now. I mean, you have moments where it's okay.
Yeah, but it can't be about just moments. Anyway, screw it. They're playing really good. Joe Musgrove's an all-star. He's the ace of the staff. They're having fun, scoring runs. Machado's the MVP. Hosmer's hitting. Really the only thing that is now a real concern and question mark is his bullpen.
Yep, I would agree with that. I would. All right, before we get going, let's do the shout-outs. Let's get to these super chats, actually, that have already rolled in. So let's start with a couple of super chats. We could do some shout-outs. We'll say about Mark Nimitz, our title sponsor, as well here on the wrap-up show. Michael, again, thank you for the super chat. I think this got a lot of discussion today. I saw some people, talking about this on social. I've seen some video on it as well. So why did Bob Melvin get thrown out from the game today? It was for arguing balls and strikes. It sounds like he argued like 1 or 2 pitches during a sequence when Musgrove allowed that run in the 7th inning. There were a couple of borderline pitches. And then he got thrown for arguing balls and strikes. I saw a quick breakdown on it. It didn't look to be anything of significance. It's like, by the letter of the law, you can't argue balls and strikes. I mean, obviously, that's ridiculous. He argued balls and strikes. Like one time he claimed. That was the only time he said he even argued the entire game, and he got wrong. So I think it came down to balls and strikes protecting Joe Musgrove in that 7th inning or arguing for something for him.
A lot of shady stuff going on today from umpires and refs. I'll just say that. I didn't understand it. It made no sense. Yes, the letter of the law, you can't argue strikes, but if that were the case, soft ejection for being upset about war. I mean, in baseball, throwing anybody out of the game because of words like there are certain things you can't say, but most of the time it's like, really, you're that soft? You're that
Right.
soft that you're gonna throw a guy out for saying you fucked that call up? Like, really? Like, come on, dude. Grow a sack, be a man, and take it. Like, it's not that no one's here to see you ever. You are just part of the game. You're not. No one cares about you. I'm sorry, no one cares. Now, throwing a manager out is different than throwing like Manny Machado out. But still, it made no sense.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Michael, I don't think there's any really good explanation. I mean, it happens, obviously. Plate umpires get upset with chirping from the dugout. I think they got upset with Bob Melvin. That's why I got tossed. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Here's a possible co-host for me moving forward, Jim, as Miles says, the bird. Although I don't even know if the bird's still alive because I heard a thump after he left my house. As Robert says, the wrap-up show, John, and occasionally Jim. people have comments. Let's get to the super chat from Alex that says, I think Jim is frozen anyway. Joe going to be the first 18-game winner since PV. That's ridiculous. I mean, you look at the start of the year for Musgrove. I just took some notes here. I mean, 7 innings today. Major League leading 5 quality starts. 2/3 of an inning behind Corbin Burns for the most innings thrown this year. Price is going up, folks. Price is going up for Joe Musgrove in 2023 because he's been as good as any pitcher in baseball through 5 starts.
He's been really good.
He has been. He's been really good. Do you want to log out, log back in, or you just want to get by? Okay. Jim, I kicked Jim out. I had to kick Jim out. Actually, he kicked himself out. Let me switch this background here. Let me switch this background while Jim is gone. We'll tell you about Mark Nimitz in a second as well. Sorry, guys. We'll get his internet fixed. I don't know what'll come first, the end of the world, or we'll fix Jim's internet. One or the other. One or the other will be first. While we have a moment, do want to tell you about Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Let us know where you're watching from. I want to get to the shout-outs. I do want to tell you about Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. If you have auto, home, renters, or life insurance needs, please consider Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. Also, earthquake insurance. I have my homeowners through Mark. I'm going through something right now, plumbing issue in my place. He's helping me out. He's made it so easy. If you have any insurance needs, if you want to save $750 this year, you can do that with Mark Nimitz. We've got a link down below. He's our title sponsor. If you have any insurance needs, please consider Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He's got great customer service. He's got great communication, like we always say. And again, if you have any insurance needs, just get in contact with our buddy Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. He can save you $750. He's out of Poway, lifelong Padres fan, lifelong San Diegan. And again, if you got any needs for insurance, please consider Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. All right, so let's get back to it. Michael, I see the super chat. I'm going to get to that in a moment. Just want to give some shout outs here since we're just underway. So let's get to some of those right now. Pods fan, thank you for hanging out with us on the plane. Very cool. Very cool. Robert, thank you for hanging out with us from Utah. Juan is in, where are you? You're in Vegas. Very cool. Joshua from Denver. Jeremiah, thank you for hanging out in the Midwest with us. Michael, thank you. If you guys want to support this channel, as I like to say, support Jim's internet. I don't know if that's accurate or not, since Jim needs to fix his internet. I don't know if there's any amount of money in the world that can fix Jim's internet, to be honest with you. We do have a wrap-up show merch page down below. You can click on it. You can check out these hats. We've got T-shirts. We have sweatshirts. Pretty cool products. All of them pretty affordable as well. So if you want to support this channel, you can do so by clicking the link down below. Thomas, thank you for watching from Ohio tonight. Frank, thank you for hanging out with us from North Idaho. Very cool. Very cool. Simon, good morning from Denmark. Very, very cool. Thanks for hanging out with us as always. Derek, thank you for doing that for us. I think Jim might be back to watching Ozark if I was guessing right now. Sergio, you're right. 15-8, man. Think about that. 15-8. basically as good as any record in the National League right now. I mean, I think the Mets have a better record than the Dodgers, Giants, Padres are all very similar. Milwaukee, very similar. I mean, 15-8, pretty damn good. Pretty damn good start. El Centro, Carlin, good idea. I just had some tea. Just had some tea in my Farmers Insurance mug for Mark Nimitz. I feel fine. I just don't sound fine. Michael is in Utah. It's so true. It's so true. Fred, you're so right. Yes, you're right. It does complete the week. So many people have questions about Jim's internet or suggestions. Kimberly, thank you. Again, if you want to support this channel, we have a link down below for the merchandise. All right, let me get back to that super from Michael that just rolled in. And if I missed another, let me know, guys. Again, if you're just getting here, this is the wrap-up show with John and Jim right now without Jim because his internet sucks. Again, please subscribe. We have year-round exclusive Padres content. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch, twitch.tv/wrap-up show. Again, twitch.tv/wrap-up show. Thank you guys for the super chats. And again, if you're watching on replay, please hit that thanks button as well. All right, so Michael says Clevenger is coming back Tuesday. Isn't that unbelievable? I mean, he's the next to start for the Padres. He's going to start Tuesday, game one of that series in Cleveland against his former team. First time pitching in the big league since the postseason of 2020. It's been a long time. So, I'm very curious. I think a lot of Padres fans are curious to see how he pitches on Tuesday. I don't know what kind of pitch count he's going to be on. I don't know what kind of inning restriction he'll be on, but I would think he could go potentially 5 innings. Potentially, right? Because he's been built up to go 5 innings. He's made a lot of appearances now in the minor leagues or in spring training this year. And now that the calendar's flipped to May, I feel as if he's fully ready. I mean, he had this surgery. When did he have this surgery? It was October. Is that when he had the surgery? Yeah, October of 2020. So we are, 6 months from October? He has had this surgery 18 months ago. I mean, that's a long time for Tommy John. The Tommy John thing, the elbow should be 100% fine. Now, that doesn't mean he'll be 100% the same pitcher. I mean, there's a mental aspect to it. There's returning to form when you don't pitch for 18 months. But his arm's going to be fine. His elbow's going to be fine. It's about finding that command. It's about finding that rhythm. It's about becoming the pitcher you were. And that's going to take some time. No one's expecting him on Tuesday to be the same pitcher he was when he was, top 3 Cy Young voting caliber pitcher. But let's give it, a few weeks and see what he is. I was really high on him this offseason because I was looking at the time. I'm like 16, 17, 18 months. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of time off Tommy John. So I think ultimately once he gets going, he's going to be effective. And I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right. Michael, thank you again for the super chat. Back to Alex with the super chat here on this Sunday evening. Again, the wrap-up show, Padres win today. They do so 5-2 behind Joe Musgrove. We can get into that as we continue on here this evening. Alex saying, think the Padres going to be able to trade Lamett. I saw that report. From Dennis Lynn earlier today. I'm going to try to pull it up here. Let's see. So Dennis earlier, without having the tweet right in front of me, and I'm going to paraphrase, and if I'm off, please let me know in the chat. He basically said the Padres have an appetite to potentially move Dinelson Lamett and his salary, which is pushing $5 million. It's still a reasonable number, under $5 million. But they have an appetite to do it to maybe add some offense. So here's the thing. I mean, it's easy for us to say from where I sit, I wouldn't think Dinelson Lamett has a ton of value. I mean, he's controllable for one more year. His last 2 years have been kind of a master of none, right? From the Padres' perspective, like who has he been? Jim has tweeted about this. What is Dinelson Lamett? You've heard Jim say that the last couple of weeks. And I agree with him. I agree with that completely. At his best, he's one of the best pitchers in the National League, and he's a starter and he's a frontline rotation starter. At his worst, he has no role for a team. So if you can move him when he's at his worst, and I think he's been at his worst for the last 2 years, then I would absolutely consider moving him. Now, what kind of value does he have? I mean, according to Dennis Lynn, maybe there's some value there. I mean, maybe the value is just losing the salary and then having a $4 or $5 million gap between, where you create some gap with the CBT and you have $4 or $5 million to spend. So maybe that's a possibility when it comes to trading Lamett. I don't know what you'd get for him. I mean, in my mind, you wouldn't get a lot for him. He hasn't shown anything for the last 2 years, but maybe you're buying, on the come. If you're someone else, you buy low and you trade off a low-level prospect. If you're the Padres, you save $5 million and then you use those $5 million around the trade deadline. So it's an interesting point. I don't know if they're going to be able to trade him. I would assume for a minimal prospect or for a small return, you could move him. I just don't know what kind of value he has, if I'm being honest. Well, let's get back to these supers. I think Jim's working on his internet as we speak. I see him in the chat, and then I see him leave the chat. Derek, thank you. One of those weekends, guys. One of those weekends. Derek, thank you. What's a Joe Musgrove contract look like? 15 to 20 million a year. That 8-year, $88 million seemed like a complete lowball offer. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I've talked about this a few times. I know Jim has talked about this a few times as well. I don't know how accurate that is. The 8-year, $88 million. Maybe at one point that was accurate. I mean, clearly that's not close to getting it done. And every single time he pitches, he's making himself more money. I mean, as long as he stays healthy, every single time he pitches, he's making himself more money. I mean, 5 quality starts when pitching is at such a premium in the big leagues. Second in the majors in innings pitched to Corbin Burns. It's at least $15 million a year, Derek. To answer your question, I think it's at least 20. I think the starting point should be 5 years, $100 million for Joe Musgrove. I think ultimately he gets a $100 million contract. I really believe that. I'd be very surprised if he does not sign a deal for $100 million. Now, you could say, well, 8 years, 88 is not that far off from 100. What about, 8 years, $100 million? I don't think it's near enough. I think if you look at the caliber of pitcher that has gotten $20 million over the last couple of off seasons, guys like Robbie Ray or Kevin Gausman, I think Joe Musgrove is every bit those pitchers. Maybe I'm biased because I've been watching it here in San Diego every time he starts, but this guy's got an unbelievable impact on the Padres rotation right now. From the day he was traded from Pittsburgh to right now, you cannot undersell his importance to this rotation. He has been a complete workhorse. Maybe he doesn't have the stuff that other pitchers in the National League or the major leagues have entirely, but he's added pitches to his repertoire. And all that matters is he throws 6+ innings and he wins games. And he's doing it right now with a sub-2 ERA. I think he's 15 qualifiers in the National League with a sub-2 ERA. And he's second in the National League in innings. I mean, that combination right there is a $20 million pitcher. And it's not going to be like this all year. I mean, obviously there'll be a struggle or 2 or 3. But, 5 quality starts in a month means, if he makes 20 quality starts, he's going to get $20 million. That's how I look at it. And here's the problem, Derek. If he gets to free agency, the number only goes up. Why would you want to compete with the other 29 teams in baseball for this guy if you're the Padres? And if they think they can get him on a discount, I'd be surprised. Maybe if you get 5 years, 100 here and 5 years, 105 somewhere else, you would take the 5 years, 100 here. But ultimately, they're going to have to pony up, and they're going to have to offer over $20 million a year, in my opinion, or $20 million a year, or close, or give them a 6th or a 7th year, like 6 years, $18 million, 7 years, $17 million. I'm talking about per year. 8 years, $16 million. I'm talking about per year. Other than that, I think it's 5 years, $20 million. I don't know if anyone agrees or disagrees with that, but you can comment down below. Again, if you want to make sure we get your comment, you can use that super chat function. If you're watching on replay, you can hit the thanks button. This is the wrap-up show with John and Jim. Jim's invisible tonight. As a reminder, please subscribe to support this channel. Please follow us on both YouTube and Twitch. We really appreciate that. Back to Michael with this super chat. As a longtime Padres fan, I know that May is our hot month. Think about last year, Michael. It's a good point. I think the best month of the season for the Padres in 2021 was May. They went on that long winning streak without Tatis. There were some players out due to COVID. And I forget if it was, whatever the policy was, like contact tracing, or if the players had the virus themselves. But there was a period of time where you're like, oh, wow, how are they going to survive this? They're without Tatis and they're without Myers, but they got really good play from some of the reserves, including Ha-Seong Kim. They went like 8-1 over a 9-game period, something like that. It's all off the top of my head, obviously, in the moment. But they beat the Cardinals on Sunday Night Baseball. They swept the series against the Cardinals on Sunday Night Baseball. I want to say they might have had a 9-for-9 homestand at some point in May as well. If the Padres can stay hot in May, there are a number of differences between last year and this year in terms of last year ultimately became fool's gold. Why would this year be different? Starting pitching, first and foremost. Starting pitching is completely different than last year. Even last year, when you had a good start and you had good pitching the first 2 months of the year, your starters were not giving you length for whatever reason. If that came from the top with the front office and AJ Preller, if it was because Jace Tingler was gun shy and going to his bullpen too soon, right now it feels like every single starter is going 6 innings, and when they're not, they're going 5. There are very few examples of starters going 2 innings this year. I can think of one. Yu Darvish in San Francisco, when he really struggled, his shortest career outing. The only other one I can think of when someone didn't go 5 or close to was Nabil Krismat, whether that was in Arizona the first week of the year, but that was because Blake Snell was scratched. And Krismat still pitched really well in that game, and he went 3 innings, and the Padres won that game, if memory serves. So the difference here is if the Padres can stay hot, they have a much better chance of closing or completing a season than they did a year ago. Now, we didn't know it in the moment a year ago. We didn't know they would completely fall apart, but there was a little bit of writing on the wall. Overtaxed bullpen. Starters weren't going deep into games. It's different right now. It's different right now with the way these starters are pitching. Do we have Jim back? I think Jim is going to be back in the stream here. Hold on. Yeah. Jim, I'm going to add you. I'm going to take I'm going to add myself, and I'm going to change this banner. It's good to have you back. You look wonderful.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. What are you using? Your phone?
I'm using my phone. I did a bunch of reach arounds.
Dude.
It's a fucking joke, dude. It is a fucking joke. I apologize to everybody. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'm back. But John, you have to control everything because I can't do anything.
Oh, good. Right, oh, good. It's great to have Jim back. When we get mad at Jim, it's because we love Jim. When we get mad at Jim's internet, it's because we hate Jim's internet, but we love Jim. So it's good to have Jim back. Yeah. And it's kind of like the theme of the channel, to be honest.
Like I mean, look at the picture I posted on Twitter. That should tell you all you need to know about the stupidity of whatever the hell I have.
It's all good. It's good to have you back. All right, we're going through some supers. Let's go through some supers. People are pumped up. Padres 5-1 on this trip. Going to Cleveland Tuesday and Wednesday. Mike Clevenger on the mound. Joe Musgrove pitching beautifully. I mean, his team's playing brilliant baseball right now. They're scoring runs. We got to talk about this offense too. They're scoring runs. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm strong. This is a wrap-up show for the ages.
The stupid internet and John's dying.
Stupid internet, and I've got like COVID-22. Just kidding, by the way. I don't. Just kidding, Jim. I'll be in studio with you tomorrow. All good.
What?
Austin says, if Gausman is 110 for 5 years, what is Joe worth? Similar numbers. So we were talking about this, Jim. Tell me about Joe. I mean, what's Joe worth to this team right now?
Right now? Well, he's the ace of your staff. He's worth no less than 5 for 100. He's going to get, and he should get, more than that. I know the Padres offered, or is being reported, 8 for 88, which is a joke. He is pitching like one of the best pitchers in baseball right now. His numbers back it up. Dude's an all-star. What more could you ask from Joe? His first month of the season, and I'll put today in the first month, was exceptional. I mean, top 5, I want to say, in a lot of categories for pitching. His whip is like 0.6 or so. It's a crazy number. He's everything to this team. He's the leader of the staff, and I think he deserves no less. And I think this would even be a low ball offer, 5 for 100.
I agree. I think ultimately it gets more than that. I really do. I mean, to Austin's point, 5 for 110 for Gausman. I mean, maybe something like that. And I think if anything, I mean, maybe the Padres give a 6th or 7th year. Like, if you want to give less than $20 million a year and you're the Padres, then you got to go a 6th or 7th year. If you want it to be 18 a year, then give him a 6th year. If you want it to be 17 a year, give him a 7th year. That's how I would look at it. But I think he's getting 5 for 100 at a minimum.
Right.
All right, let's get back to these supers. This is interesting from Alex. We talked about Lamett. You saw the tweet from Dennis Lin saying that the Padres could move him for offense. I have theorized that there's not a lot of value for Lamett. Maybe the value is you move his $4.5 million and you create some cap space, so to speak, under the CBT. I don't hate this idea. I mean, Dom Smith has really struggled. I know he was 3 for 3 at one point tonight because I was watching. But Dom Smith is kind of like a positionless player for the New York Mets, and Dinelson Lamett is kind of like a positionless player for the San Diego Padres. So, I mean, maybe you could swap in some scenario.
It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I think honestly with Dinelson Lamett, like we've talked, like what is he? What value does he bring to this team? Almost making $5 million. He doesn't bring any value. There's no value for his spot, and it didn't work out. It just didn't work out. There's no salvaging this. I don't think there is. It's over. And if you can get anything out of him as far as like for trade, you do it. Now, would I be okay with Lamett going to the Mets and then Dom Smith coming here? Like that's, I mean, yeah, it's fine. I think Dom Smith, while he has not done much this year, he's a great clubhouse guy and he can fill in the DH spot because he's a positionless player. So, I mean, what did you just tweet?
I just tweeted out by Jim. Jim tweeted that, hey, here's a picture of like my internet box. And it's red. So I replied to your tweet and said, I will buy you a house with internet. Just let me know what it costs. I will reimburse you.
$6 million.
I sent Jim a link. That's funny you said. I sent Jim a link to a house in Del Mar this weekend that was $6 million. And I said, we could be neighbors. But he's now telling me he doesn't have $6 million. I'm like, Jim, come on.
Sorry,
what do you have? You don't have internet. You don't have $6 million.
It's just really bad. I just texted my landlord a very stern text about the internet. So
you look good on the phone, but are you using the microphone? How's this working? Are you using the earbuds? You're using the earbuds, right? It sounds good.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as good as the mic, but it sounds good. So we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going with these supers. Tom, thank you for the super chat. Thank you all for the super chats here tonight. Again, if you're watching live, you can do the super chat. If you're watching on replay, you can use that thanks button down below. 6-man rotation time. Yeah, I think it's coming at least for the short term, according to Kevin Acee. I've seen it written about as well. With Clevenger in, it looks like, Jim, at least for the next turn in the rotation, they will use 6 starters.
I think that's fine. By the way, did you see Yu Darvish's tweet?
Yes, so good. So good. You're saying with the starting pitchers following him around?
It was Darvish, and then you had Clevenger, Snell, Manaea, and Gore, and they're all imitating Yu Darvish.
I love that.
As Darnay Tripp said, the vibes were immaculate, and I 1,000% agree. I mean, that's like those little things that get shown to the fan base just makes everybody love you even more. And when you're winning, it hits differently. They're doing have you noticed one of their celebrations in the dugout is actually a beer pong celebration?
It's great. It's great. Yep, I have.
They might be because of Patty the Batty. Remember that on the Saturday night?
Yes.
And they're playing beer pong because they have a pool table, which, by the way, is only for ping pong, John, not for beer pong. Just gonna get that through to everybody. There's no way that ping pong table's in there.
Oh yeah,
for anything other than ping pong.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Okay, yeah.
On screen, by the way.
So good. Like I'm wondering if Darvish even knew before he turned around that they were all imitating him.
Can I go larger with this?
Yeah.
So good. So good.
That's really good. Yeah, 6-man rotation. Get ready for it. I'm all for it. I like it. Yeah. They trimmed the roster down to 26 today, so yeah, I'm good with it.
All right, Taco Bell call 911. Thank you for the super chat again. Thanks, guys, for the supers tonight. Is Hosmer now going to be a Padre until his contract expires? Even if we got someone to take his contract, no way we can trade him now, right? $144 million question, Taco Bell.
You can't really. I mean, if he's going to play like this for you, it's going to be very hard to not only trade him still, but to convince the clubhouse that it's the right thing to do.
Right.
And Bob Melvin as well, because Bob Melvin has not taken Eric under his wing, but has taken Eric and given him all the confidence in the world from a manager spot. And I think it's been one of the main reasons why he's doing what he's doing. you can talk about adjustments and this and that, but I really do think that the relationship that Bob Melvin has with Hosmer now is I would put at the top of my list as reasons why he's playing better.
And if you want to have the conversation, by the way, if we haven't mentioned it. I mean, if this team was 1-5 on the trip, obviously the Eric Hosmer play at first in the 10th inning on Saturday night would be more widely discussed.
He's not perfect, guys. He's not perfect.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, the guy's obviously won you a lot more than he's lost you here in April into May. And here's the other thing. You're not even in that game without his 3-run home run. Like, he had hit a 3-run home run earlier in the game. This is a lot like, actually, and it's not like Buckner at all, but we remember Buckner as if we remember Buckner like it lost in the World Series. First of all, when Buckner happened, the game was tied. When Buckner happened, it was game 6.
Yeah.
So, like, when this happened, the game was already tied. There's no guarantee the Padres win, even if he makes that play. If he picks that ball, there's no guarantee they win. They may, or they may lose anyway. And he hit a 3-run home run in the game.
Right. Like, he still has a lot of flaws. He's not, 27-year-old Hosmer when he was in his final year in Kansas City. He's 32-year-old Hosmer. And he's declined a lot defensively over the years. Like you said, dude hit a 3-run homer early in the game. I so far in the first month, like even in spring training, because it was just spring training, like no negative thing to say about Eric Hosmer. Not one.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I mean, he's hitting whatever he's hitting. I mean, yeah, there's no flaw. There's no flaw right now. I mean,
no.
Again,
if you knock him, you just hate the guy.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any. I was going to say, if there's any reason to complain about Saturday, it's having 3 leads that you didn't hold on to, but that wasn't because of Eric Hosmer.
It's a bullpen thing.
Yeah, I mean, they led 3-1 from Anaya. He gave it back. They led 5-3, and then who allowed the 2 runs in the 8th inning?
Was it Suarez?
Why do I forget? Suarez was, and then again, Suarez today was awful. 2 walks, infield hit.
Let me remind you, I was doing, if you looked at my Twitter, I was out last night, so.
Oh, it's all good. Okay, yeah, I have no idea actually who was pitching in the 8th inning yesterday, so someone let me know. I wasn't watching it live either. Okay, Juan, thank you for the super chat. Thank you.
Thanks,
straight
Juan.
to Jim. Take it, Jim. Call Verizon.
Right to me.
Just call him. Just call him right up.
I'm like,
Juan, we appreciate that.
Stupid box over here, and it's like I think it's dying because it keeps flashing red, green, orange, red, green, orange, and I mean, it's kind of a joke.
Yeah, no, you could get rid of the words "kind of."
It's a joke.
It's a joke, man. By the way, Dom Smith was 4 for 4 tonight. Thank you again, Juan.
Trade for him right now.
Yeah. Also, Jim has that Kevin Acee phone quality audio. A little bit.
Sorry, guys. I'm doing what I can do.
All right, let's get back to this super from Michael. Michael, thank you as always. That's how we won the division back in 2005 and 2006 with a hot May. Let's hope, good start. 1-0 in Pittsburgh.
Yep. They're tied for the National League. They're tied right now for first place with the Dodgers.
Right. It's like 3 teams basically within a half game, right? Giants, Dodgers, Padres.
Yeah. Well, Giants lost today. I think they're 15-8. Dodgers and Padres are both 14-7.
Okay. Actually, no.
Is that right?
Padres are 15-8.
Oh, sorry.
Giants are 14-8, so just a half game behind, and the Dodgers are 14-7, which by winning percentage is higher than the Padres, but by games back is even.
Got it.
So, and then you look at the National League, and the Brewers are 15-8, like the Padres, and the Mets are 16-7. The Mets have the best record in the National League. But there have been some good teams, like you said. The Marlins, who are coming to San Diego, they've won 7 straight. They're 12-9.
Yeah.
The Cards are 12-9. So there's about 7 teams that have played really good baseball right now. Padres are one of them in the National League.
Yep, and they're doing exactly what they need to do: beat the shit out of the bottom teams in the league.
Yeah, no, exactly. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, in terms of your initial point here, when we got started tonight, I will say that. Again, if the Padres weren't 15-8 or 5-1 on this road trip, I mean, this bullpen has been the opposite of flawless. Obviously, the closer's been excellent. They've had some good, dependable arms, so to speak, out there. But there have been some guys that have not been good, including Robert Suarez today. Tim Hill is the MVP of this game. because the bases were loaded with nobody out in a 3-1 game. Yeah, 3-1 game in the 7th or 8th inning. And Tim Hill gets out of that spot with sac fly double play. So Tim Hill, who had not pitched well at all this year, was the MVP of this one here today. And Taylor Rogers, obviously, has been great. But this bullpen has allowed, tons of runs on this road trip, but they've won 5 of the 6 games.
Yeah. And that's a credit to how well they're playing when their bullpen's not doing well at all. They're scoring runs. They're making sure it counts. Again, while it is a big concern as of right now, like, it is the easiest thing to fix when you look at a roster, because you can bring guys up, put them in the bullpen, like Michelle Baez. I know he's going on a rehab start soon. I think he might have actually already on a rehab start soon. There's guys in the system. Kevin Kopps is a potential to be brought up. Steven Wilson has pitched really good. You can find relievers, it's going to change, and it will change because this team's going to be good. And Preller's not going to sit pat with a bullpen that's shaky. He's going to try to improve it as much as possible. Maybe instead of trading Lamett for a bat, maybe try to get some relief pitchers or something. I don't know, but
look at this from Sky. Thank you for this chat in general, just weighing in. Thank you all for weighing in. Thank you guys for the supers as well. Fangraph says the Padres bullpen right now 25th in baseball, yet they're 15-8. Wow.
That's a credit to their starting pitching.
Yeah.
and the 2 guys leading the way, Hosmer and Machado. What I saw, what actually kind of was funny today is, for all the crap we have but just talked about how Trent Grisham has been really bad offensively
not the
this year.
last 2 days. Yeah.
He has a higher, I know it's batting average, whatever, but he has a higher batting average than Gisham and Profar right now.
Is that right?
Yeah. Think about it.
Now,
Now,
Profar's mired in a ridiculous slump right now.
Profar, I think he's doing, his defense has been great in left field.
Another outfield assist today.
Yep. And Hassan Kim, shout out to Hassan Kim on that tag there.
Yeah.
He led the way power wise in the first month with 5 home runs. But yeah, if you look at averages right now, and that's what Profar is. He's a 210 hitter that can hit you 25 bombs potentially.
Right.
Maybe on the best.
Is he that hitter in his career?
20 home runs. I'm thinking of A's, Oakland A, Jerks and Profar.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I'd probably take that. 200 with 22 home runs from Jerks and Profar with good defense.
Yep. I'll take that right now.
Yep.
But Trent Grisham is heated up the last couple of days. That's a good sign.
Yep. 5 hits the last 2 games.
Yeah.
Including a huge hit today. His 2-run single.
Oh, man.
That was huge.
That was the game.
Ripped down the right field line. All right, let's get back to these supers. Michael, thank you again. Thank you guys for the super chats tonight. You are 100% right, Michael. Defensively, Jerks and Profar, forget about his bat for a second. Again, the 5 home runs, the low batting average, but another big play in the field. He's made at least 5 or 6. There's been a couple of plays he hasn't gotten an outfield assist on, Jim. We thought there was an outfield assist, remember, in Cincinnati that was overturned?
Yeah.
So he's made a half dozen or more really good, effective throws so far in less than a month of a season.
Yep. He's been great defensively. Did you see in AC's article about Will Myers and his thumb?
Yes. How it might not fully heal this year, right?
Like, what?
Yeah, what does
so
that
that's another
mean?
I guess you just have to look at Will Myers' season as whatever you get from him is going to be a bonus, because you can't rely on him. Like injured Will Myers is horrible. He needs to have everything perfect for him, I feel like, to succeed. Like, him trying to battle through an injury, he's just not going to do it. That's just not who he is. He needs everything to be absolutely perfect for him to produce offensively. And that has been very rare in his time with the Padres. He does not overcome well at all.
Yeah, when's he eligible to come off? It's not that much time, probably 5, 6, 7 days. And is he going to come off? Like, what's the deal? Hey, you're just going to play through a thumb injury all year long?
I don't know, man. But that's that thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, Will playing through an injury just seems like it's going to be a recipe for disaster. Because I don't expect Will to perform at all or persevere at all through an injury. That's not who he is. Personally, that's how I feel about him.
Yeah, so you got Grisham, who again has struggled all year but is heated up. You have Profar sitting under 200. You have Myers, who's out. You have this combination of Beatty, who's been 0 for whatever. He's been at the plate not good. I mean,
he's hitting 069.
I'm putting it nicely.
No,
yeah, that's not great. That's
no.
not nice. It's the opposite of nice. Let's get back to the Super 619 Cam. Thank you for the Super Chat. We appreciate it. No matter what, the team chemistry has to stay the same, win or lose, until Tatis comes back. Wilson and Garcia blew the game yesterday. Go Padres. That's right. Wilson had the lead. He gave up the 2-run home run, and he's been really good. He's the rookie. I'm not faulting Steven Wilson.
No.
And then Garcia there. Again, the defense didn't help him out, but that's tough. You had 3 leads in a game. You led 3-1 for Minaya, 5-3 for Wilson, 6-5 bottom 10. Now there's a runner at second base, and you lose the game. So, but you're 5-1 on the trip. Otherwise, it would really sting.
Yeah, getting today's game made last night's game, while it sucks still, made it a little bit bearable just because 5-1, it's really good still. Like, you won the series. And so if they lost today, last night would have felt like really bad.
Yeah, definitely.
It's baseball, and you won the series, and now you go to Cleveland, and hopefully you can take. Now you're looking at if you can go 7-1 on this trip. I mean, 6-2 has to be, like we said, minimum 6-2.
Right? I think that's the goal, right? I mean, if you win one of the next 2, that's like an unbelievably good road trip.
Well, that's what we said Friday after the sweep in Cincinnati. We go, dude, if they come back 5-3, that's not good enough.
They should be able to go 6-2. I mean, I say that Clevenger is going to pitch for the first time in 18 months, so we'll see. Then Cal Quantrill's going to face them, right? Cal Quantrill's going to pitch against the Padres.
Oh, wow.
So some intriguing matchups.
We're going to get Preller Bowl.
It is. We'll get back to the Supers and your comments in a moment. We do want to remind you about our partner here on the wrap-up show, Aura. There's a link down below, ora.organic. If you want to get healthier this year, Aura is the company for you. Their co-founder, Will, is a San Diegan. He is a huge Padres fan. If you click this Take the Quiz button down below, you're going to get a discount on your very first order. They've got great products, probiotics. I take them every single day for digestion, heart health, mental clarity. They have proteins that Jim has been taking. They have pre-workout supplements. They have omega-3 oils, which, by the way, I'm about to order. They have stress supplements. They have sleep supplements. I mean, honestly, anything you can imagine. It's all plant-based. It's a San Diego-based company with their co-founder, Will. If you want to support this channel, if you want to check out their site and browse it while you watch the wrap-up show here tonight, it's ora.organic, and there's a link down below.
Go there right now. The stress supplements I definitely need, dealing with my internet all the time. But the best thing I take from there is the raspberry lemonade flavor pre-workout. Delicious. It's jitter-free. You'll have a great workout. Go there right now, www.aura.organic, 30% off your first order. You'll thank us later. Also, John, if you take it, then you'll get better.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm taking everything, dude. I'm taking everything. I'm gonna get healthy for you tomorrow. Otherwise,
what you need to do is, after we're done here, you need to pound some NyQuil and just go to bed.
I know. I think I took some by mistake. Midnight. I took like a cold and flu at noon, and then I realized it was a night cold and flu, and then I'm wondering why I feel like crap all day.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you need to sleep this one off.
This is my MJ flu game. Doing the wrap-up show on
tomorrow. NyQuil. Tomorrow will be your real MJ flu.
It might be it may be, dude.
This is practice.
Because I sound like. Hold on one second. I'm trying to book the show out for tomorrow. By the way, yes, if you don't know, we have a radio show, 3 to 6, extra 1360, iHeartRadio app, Monday through Friday. We do. We talk a lot of Padres, including tomorrow, like 90% of the show. Okay, Ruben, thank you for the super chat. He says Martinez to the pen, Gore stays up with Snell. So when Snell comes back, you're saying, well, at that point, you'd still be 6-man rotation. Now, remember, rosters are down. So you've gone from 28 to 26. You can still keep more pitchers. But from going to 28 to 26, who got option today? Campusano?
And Pedro Avila.
Okay, and Avila. So I don't know if you're going to keep the 6-man rotation permanently, because if you move Martinez to the pen and you add Snell, you'd still be the 6-man rotation. But I'm with you in terms of keeping Gore up. It seems like at this point he has to stay up.
Right. And it's crazy to even think. I see the video again of Darvish and all the pitchers behind him.
Yeah.
When healthy, that's a pretty damn good rotation right there.
Yeah.
And by the way, that rotation's missing Joe Musgrove right there. So
And Blake Snell, right? Or was Snell in there?
Snell's in there.
Okay.
But it goes back to this is a very good problem to have. Right? Like,
oh yeah.
If they're doing 6-man rotation, I think they'll be okay with it. Like, they're not going to view this as like, oh my gosh, we have to go to a 6-man. They'll probably be like, well, we don't have any other choice because we have so many good pitchers here. And I am all for keeping all of them and not trading. Like, I know people were saying in the beginning of the year, trade Snell. I was disappointed in Snell for him not being ready to start the season.
Right.
But I think we both said, no way do you trade him.
No way.
No chance, because you don't know what the hell is going to happen this year. So you need all the good pitching that you can have.
Agreed. Let's get to our buddy Jake out in Phoenix by Bitcoin Daily. Thank you for this super, very generous and kind. Again, if you want to make sure we get your comment, you could use the super chat function. If you're watching on replay, you can hit that thanks button. Please subscribe. We have year-round Padres content for you on both YouTube and Twitch. Also, make sure to smash the like button and follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Jake says, hey, guys, just wanted to say, what's up with the bullpen? It's trash, and is it just me, or is Gisham not even hustling anymore? Let that drop in center and lollygagged back to first before throwaway. I saw you tweet about that. Not you, Jim. I saw Jake tweet about that earlier today. I didn't watch that play live. Did you? Did you see that happen?
I didn't. I was doing the double box today with the Warriors and the Padres game on. But I didn't see that.
That might have been during my NyQuil infused second inning. Like I was in and out of consciousness during the game.
Me too.
You know?
I don't.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, Gisham did have 3 hits. I mean, that's a fair point. He's going to have to listen. If you're not helping this team out on offense, which he hadn't been until the last 2 days, I mean, you're going to have to do everything else. I mean, that's defensively, that's hustling. I mean, that's being a good teammate. So if that's not happening, I think that's a fair point. And ultimately, he's got to hit. And finally, he's always been streaky, and now the last 2 days he's hit. So hopefully that continues.
Right, and the thing with Gisham is he is so streaky, and you just have to ride the wave of hot Gisham when he gets on one of these streaks, and hopefully this stays for 3 or 4 weeks, you know. And when he goes cold again, it's not for a long period of time.
This is thank you again, Jake, for that super chat. This
is
interesting.
Thank you.
Interesting point about the NyQuil. One is blue and one is orange. How'd you mix that up? It was like a packet that you put, I drank it in the tea. You know what I'm talking about? It's like
was it?
I don't even know what it was called.
It's I know it's like a tea. It's like a
tea. Exactly. I was like, oh man, tea's gonna be so good. So I took the packet. I thought nothing of it. It said cold and flu. Thought nothing of it. And then the packet was just sitting out here, and 40 minutes later, so I'm like, oh, that's not the non-drowsy. I took the drowsy.
Right.
That was a problem.
Yeah, I bet that is.
That was a very bad idea.
Yeah.
Let's get back to these supers here. Thanks, guys, again for hanging out with us on this Sunday night, despite the fact that I'm dying and Jim's on his phone without internet. Alex, thank you again. All right, so when we get Morejon, Baez, and Palm coming back in season, who gets released or traded? I mean, there's a long way between all 3 of those guys coming back and having to worry about it. Who's the first in that equation? Palm's not eligible until June. Morejon's not going to be until the second half. Baez is maybe closer.
I would say Baez is closer just because he's already rehabbing right now, or he's already throwing. I mean,
the thing is, this bullpen, I mean, there's guys that are not contributing, though. So, if you were adding to the bullpen, there's some pieces that could, right? Yeah. I mean, Tim Hill hasn't pitched well.
I saw one of our previous videos. Someone left the chat or a message about Drew Pomeranz, and they mentioned that his ERA is really good when he pitches for the Padres.
Oh, yeah. You were getting ripped the other day about your Drew Pomeranz take. Me too.
And the point is, your best ability is your availability.
Right.
And when you're getting paid as much money as Drew Pomeranz is getting paid, and you're not pitching, you become a massive liability. I don't care what your ERA is. You're not helping this team at all. You're a negative. And so when I look at Drew Pomeranz, I can't rely on him. I don't even know if he's ever going to be fully healthy. You can't rely on him to pitch back-to-back days, which is a massive problem if you're a reliever, especially if you're a reliever that is supposed to be part of like the A team coming out of the bullpen, like late
especially
in
for
games.
a good team like the
Right.
Padres.
You're not Nabil Krismat. Nothing against Nabil Krismat, but you're not a Craig Stammen. You're not one of those guys that kind of fills up innings or whatever the case may be. Like, you are relied on to pitch in close games and in meaningful games, and you're not doing that right now because you're always injured or you're out of shape. And while your ERA might look good, dude's pitched, 40 innings for this team in the last 2 years?
Correct. It lasts 3 years if you include 2022,
It's not good enough, man. It's not good enough. And it's a really bad contract right now. And I mean, it is what it is with Pomeranz. And you can look at those numbers and you can try to defend him, but I'm sorry, you're wrong. It's a horrible contract, and he's bringing nothing to the team right now.
Yeah, bad contract. I mean, he's good when he pitches. The problem is he just doesn't pitch.
Right.
By the way, Baez is already rehabbing, like we've been talking about. 2 innings, 1 hit, making a start. I don't know if that was today or yesterday, according to these comments, but that's good news. So he could be back sooner rather than later. So a move could be coming. But again, this bullpen's not perfect. So they can make some moves in the back of that bullpen. Okay, now there's some health advice from Juan. Thank you, Juan. He says, you take that NyQuil with Vicks in it and you sleep like a baby. Here's the thing. Now that I've taken NyQuil today, I don't know if I can do it again. You know how it's like, don't take more than this many.
Don't be soft.
Don't you lose your liver or something?
Oh my God. No, you don't.
You sure?
Yeah, it's medicine. The only way you get sick, more sick, and like your stomach would hurt is you chug the whole bottle or whatever.
No, I'm not doing that.
No. Take a shot, be a man.
Tonight. I got all these vegan medicine over here. I got all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
I might take a shot later just to pass out.
Too bad you don't have an edible. That would help.
No. I might if that bird was in here, I'd eat it. Oh, that's weird. I'm a vegetarian.
What?
I don't know. I'm kidding. I'm not really eating birds, folks.
What the?
If you missed it, there was a bird in my house a couple days ago.
Wow.
I was able to get him out with the shoebox.
Good job.
Thank you. Okay. I'll try it, Pedro. Never tried that. So, yeah, I see people commenting here about the Martinez Gore. This is funny.
Get the bird flu.
The whole Martinez Gore dynamic. I mean, is it really a dynamic? I mean, Gore's made 3 really good starts, so leave him in the rotation. Martinez can pitch in relief.
Right. Martinez is essentially here on a 1-year deal, guys. This is not a thing where they paid him all this money to be in the rotation. I think they got him as the insurance, right? Because last year your insurance was Reese Kinnear and Vince Velasquez and Jake Arrieta. This year, if a pitcher goes down, well, guess what? You have Clevenger, you have Snell, and you have Martinez, and you have Gore. Those 4 guys right there are all capable of giving you good innings. And if one goes down, another one steps in their place. And when they're healthy, you go 6-man with Martinez in the bullpen. It's that simple.
This is a good point, though, because when you go 6-man, what does it mean for your roster? Because, yeah, they just optioned 2 to get to 26. They'll have to option someone else to add Clevenger. I would assume it's going to be a reliever. I would assume because they only have 3 bench pieces, I want to say right now, without Campusano. I think they have 3 players coming off their bench. You can't go lighter than that. So I would assume reliever. I'd have to look at the whole staff right now.
Well,
I don't know.
You know what? Well, maybe this is a situation. And you have Voit coming back.
Yeah, Voigt's coming back Thursday, by the way.
If they trade Nelson Lamett, you're going to have another piece there. You're going to have some decisions to make. That's for sure. And then, hey, when Tatis gets back, obviously make room for him, I think, right? That's
No.
No,
Just
no.
keep him in Double-A until
Right. Good trade piece, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Voigt's Thursday. He's rehabbing, I want to say Tuesday and Wednesday somewhere. And then he's supposedly back Thursday, which is when the Padres are back home. So that was pretty quick, actually. We'll see if he looks any different. And if he does, by the way, whoa. I mean, what if he contributes? Because he's done nothing. Imagine if he contributes.
I know. Get healthy.
Nick Martinez is the Mark Nimitz of the pods.
You mean the
Insurance?
do everything guy?
Insurance guy.
Oh, insurance guy.
Okay. Let's get to a couple more guys. No, we probably should wrap so I don't die.
Yeah, I
And
need
Jim
you
can
for
go
tomorrow,
shop
dude.
for internet. What's that?
I need you for tomorrow.
I know. I had one other thing actually written down. Let me just quickly see it. Yeah, I mean, we'll be back Tuesday night. I mean, I'm most interested to see Mike Clevenger. I don't care if it's Cleveland or not. I just want to see Mike Clevenger. I mean, it's been a long time. Been too long, really. And it is against Cleveland, which adds extra drama. But I just want to see Mike Clevenger healthy, pitch effectively. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's been forever. If he goes 4 innings, allows 3 runs or less, I think that would be pretty encouraging. But I'm excited to see Mike Clevenger on Tuesday night, Jim.
Me too. I don't think we can expect him to go long, but yeah, it's gonna be kind of cool. It's gonna be cool to see him go against his former team.
1,000%. Before we get out of here, I do want to remind you guys about our partners at Monkey Knife Fight. A lot of you guys have been playing this great daily fantasy for the rest of us, as we like to say. I mean, this is, this isn't stuff you have to crunch to win money. So here's the deal. You click the link down below. You get an instant deposit match up to $100. Use promo code WRAPUP. You put $10 in your account, they'll give you $10 more. You put $100 in your account, they'll give you $100 more. Just use promo code WRAPUP. There's an instant deposit match up to $100. Then you get the free $5 game. Since the Padres aren't playing tomorrow, you won't get a Padres game if you sign up right now. But you can play this game right now. You go 2 for 2, and you win $12.50. If you don't go 2 for 2, you lose absolutely nothing because it's a free game. So all you got to do, more or less, strikeouts, right? 7.5 there. Lopez, who's been unbelievable for the Marlins, more or less, 5.5 strikeouts. By the way, I guess if Lopez is pitching tomorrow, well, the Padres will see him then this weekend in San Diego. But more or less, you go 2 for 2, you win $12.50. You deposit right now, you get the instant deposit match up to $100. Just use promo code WRAPUP, Monkey Knife Fight, fun daily fantasy gaming involving Padres or whatever you want to play across the major sports. If you've never checked it out, click the link down below. Support this channel. Use promo code WRAPUP.
Go there right now. Win money. Go bet. Win all the maximum money you possibly can. Monkey Knife Fight. Links in the description below. Do it.
Well said. Also, check out the merch. Link down below. Got the hats. Got the snapbacks.
Are you gonna bring me my hat, dude?
Yes. I gotta sneeze on it first. I'm kidding. Hold on. I wasn't coughing towards your hat. Your hat's over there.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
We got hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, wrap-up show, John and Jim, reach around show, Jim's internet t-shirts, all kinds of stuff. Check it out. There's a link down below for our merch channel. Also, please remember to subscribe if you're looking for year-round Padres content, year-round, healthy or sick, year-round Padres content. Click that subscribe button down below. If you're on Twitch, click the follow button. Also, make sure to smash the like button. Follow us on Twitter at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. On the way out, Jim, can you answer this? Are we getting a Doctor Strange wrap-up show this weekend?
I don't know. I'm already scared because I potentially saw a spoiler online. So I'm like,
oh, nobody needs that, dude.
I'm very scared. Yeah, people are idiots. I hate everybody. You just can't go on the internet this week.
Juan, thank you. He says he's buying the har right now, but he means hat because he commented. But he's buying the hat right now.
Buy the har too.
Buy the har. It's available there. Buy the hat. 619 Cam, thank you. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Seriously, we'll do it again Tuesday night. Padres and Guardians. We'll do it at 9 p.m. on Tuesday, even though it's an earlier game with it being out east. Thank you, Martin. I'm going to try to feel better. Thank you, guys. Alex says he's already got his tickets. No spoilers, Jim.
No spoilers. I stayed off everything. Stay off TikTok. Don't go on TikTok. That's like the worst.
I know. Night, guys. Thanks for hanging.